Roll it. Greetings, people. This is David Ajala, actor from London, and you're about to hear my chat with Mr. Spoon.
Man, my brother, I have to say, I really appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're crazy busy, doing
Pleasure, man.
great
Pleasure.
things. Please just tell us what you've been up to, man. What's going on?
Okay, my name is David Ajala, and like one of my friends, Buck says, I'm a local lad, just doing my thing. I'm an actor, unknown maybe to some of the fans. Elroy and myself, aka Mr. Spoon, aka Mr. Spoonface, we've actually worked together, and many, many moons ago. And it's great to still be in contact. I started acting at Anna Shears, which is an after-school drama club doing improvisation, and then I kind of built up myself and just worked on different things. And recently I've been doing like theater and TV stuff and film stuff, and I never like to limit myself, so I try and do stuff here and across the pond. I'm greedy like that.
See, I love the way you're being so modest, bro. Just stuff. You're just doing stuff, man. You're doing some profound things, man. Turning up in
That's awesome.
some really high profile feature films and some other projects, and obviously what you're doing in theatre land. And that's a reason I wanted to talk to you, because on the outside, people may see all this great success and quite rightly deserved and quite rightly so. But I'd love for you to share 3 tips around sustainability and being able to maintain that focus and that sense of purpose and belief whilst you're trying to achieve your goals.
If I could put it down to 3 points, I think one would definitely be passion. I remember an actor shared this with me. His name's David Harewood. I asked him for advice. This was like 10 years ago. And he said to me, keep the passion alive. And the more I've been in this industry, climbing through obstacles and climbing walls and breaking down doors in my own personal way, the more I've really understood you have to have enough passion to keep going. Despite the no's that you hear and the obstacles and the challenges, it's the passion that sees you through. Point number 2 would be tenacity. You have to be tenacious. Is the fuel that's going to keep you going. If you're that passionate and if you're willing to be that committed, then it's only fair that you are able to get an opportunity to share your talent with the world, wherever that may be. Point number 3, gracefully enjoying the journey. I think sometimes we get so caught up in the destination, the end result. Understandably, we want the result. We're like, right, when I get there, when I get to that point, when I get that award, when I make that amount of money, when I get that house, lest we forget it's important to enjoy the journey, because that's where we really build our strengths. And that's where we really will appreciate the end result. No one said it'll be easy, but if it was easy, everyone else would be doing it.
So, in your words, how do you define success? Having lots of money, or coming across a certain way, having a lot of fame? How do we define success?
I think it's subjective. How I identify success is if I'm able to do what I love and love what I do. So if being able to pursue my passion makes me happy, for me personally, today, that's how I define success.
What other insights maybe do you have?
Sometimes we're waiting on other people to give us the license to share our talent, to give us the license to be successful. Because if you're waiting for someone, it means that you're not going to step into your position until someone gives you the opportunity. I believe sometimes it's important to have the audacity of faith to create your own opportunities, to create your own destiny.
Do you find when you go for a casting and you're going into these situations, are you now at that point where you just do it, leave it in the room, and come out? Have I got the part? Have they called yet? Okay, they want to recall. What would I do? How do you get through that whole process?
Yo, in the Nigerian accent, it can be emotional. Hey, I'm telling you, yo, again, it goes to that thing of going into audition and the mentality, and I understand it. The mentality is I'm going into this audition and I'm hoping you're gonna like me and I do good enough for you to give me the part to validate me. And then we always start a bit in front of our center. I think the best place you could be is on your center. It took me a while to learn this, and I'm still learning it. It's work in progress. The best thing that you can do as an actor when you're going into an audition room and you do your work is to leave it there. Easier said than done. No matter what the outcome is, you have to make sure within your hearts of hearts that you did the best that you could and you deposited something in that room that was real and truthful and you. And the truth of who you are, and we're all very different, is undeniable because it's real and real recognize real.
Absolutely. Yeah. The type of lifestyle that we lead, pursuing this career, means that we're often away from home for great lengths of time.
That's right.
How do you balance that?
You know, sometimes when you're away from family and loved ones, that can be tough. It really can be. But one thing it will do is when you're away, it'll give you thinking time. And in these quiet moments when you're not on set and you're in your hotel room or you're in your apartment, you'll start to get more clarity on who you are independently. We have to remember sometimes when we're out of our comfort zone, that's when we grow.
Yeah.
And that can be beneficial. But then at the same time, I'm very aware, being a family member myself, it can be a bit challenging. But the remedy that I use is I make sure that no longer than a month goes by without me seeing my friends and family.
And so it's about having that checklist in place,
Mm,
for my creating enough
yeah,
distance from the grind.
yeah, it's very important. Look here like this. As actors, we are instruments. We're there to serve. We're there to share talent. We're there to play, to be played. The happier your instrument is, the better you have, the more you have to offer to your art form. Simple things that just allows you to breathe. These are the important things I feel that keep you connected with
Brilliant.
just being you. You have to protect yourself. The industry and the art form is one thing, but who you are, you have to remember you are the key ingredient that brings life to any character you can have it. So make sure that that key ingredient is protected, happy, and healthy. Yeah, that got deep. That got the phone. The phone just got weighty. Light
um,
and shade, light and
Light
shade.
and shade, man. That's how we recognize the light. I wanted to ask
Uh,
you about the success stories and the moments that you've really enjoyed in your career so far.
One that I do remember is working on Fast and the Furious 6. I hadn't really watched any of the movies before auditioning. I remember I worked on this film called Payback Season. And during the premiere of that film, the sound guy was like, "Oh, David, I'm not sure if you're aware, but they're working on the new Fast and the Furious movie in London." And I thought, "What? No way." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, get your agent on it." He's a sound guy. Like, he doesn't know much about the movie. He just heard that this movie's happening. There's no reason why he should pick me out specifically to say, "Look, you should audition for it because I know, you'd suit the film well." He's just said it. But of course, there's always reasons behind everything. So he's mentioned that to me. And I thought, okay, that's super cool. It's a studio film. Of course, I'd love to work on it. I contacted my agent to say, I heard the Fast and Furious movie is taking place. I'd love to audition for it. Lo and behold, 2 weeks after, got the audition, went in. It was fun, didn't think much of it. And then the next thing I know is I'm going to the studio to meet with the director, the producer, to audition again. I do my final audition, didn't think nothing of it. And then a week after, I got offered it. It was, what was so cool about that was the fact that the prompting came from the most random of places to somewhat degree. He prompted me, I shared the information, I got to do it. And it was a mini fist pump moment, and it was even sweeter because we got to film Fast and the Furious 6 in Hackney. That's where I'm from.
Brilliant.
Like,
Took it home,
you
baby.
can't write stuff like this.
Took it
Took it
home.
right home. So I told Vin Diesel, you guys, even though, our characters don't get on, you have to remember, you're a long way away from home.
Love
You're
that.
in my town.
And so was that a real turning point?
Fast and the Furious, I think what it did was it allowed me to go over to America and to get management. And by getting management and then doing a lot of auditions for different films and TV shows, I managed to work on a US TV series called Black Box for ABC, which was great. My introduction to US TV. We did one season of that, went on to do other things, and then, in the middle of last year, I just completed another TV series in America again. And I suppose what Fast and the Furious did was it was the unassuming catalyst that allowed me to just open up and expand my territory. I've never really had like oh, that's the moment that David blew. It was never really like that. It's always felt like a slow progressive thing, which I'm cool with. If this is the way it has to be, then it is what it is. I try not to be like, oh yeah, have to have it now. In its time, it will be there for me if it's meant to be for me.
Well, I love that you said that, because I do feel it is about recognizing those small wins and how they all eventually
Yeah,
add up.
definitely. We shouldn't take for granted small little victories. I call them little mini fist pump moments. Don't take them for granted because if we keep thinking, oh, but that's small because what I want is this big thing here, you're again, it goes back to what I was saying. You're missing the journey. Those tiny little wins that are leading up to the big win. They're just as important. So let's celebrate them as well.
I wanted to just finish up by asking you about this transition from the UK to the States, because obviously with people like Idris and others who have gone across and made it happen, again, there's this almost this idea that it's just easy. You turn up, you're British, you got a British accent, you go over there and it's going to just work out for you, you know what I mean? What's the transition like, and why is it they're coming up? Why is it they're snatching up British people and asking them to speak with American accents anyway?
I don't know, but I am not complaining.
Hey, listen, seriously.
There are a few actors who have gone out to America, British actors who have done their thing, and who have just, opened up the doors for many actors like myself and many others. The likes of Idris Elba, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Andrew Lincoln, Lenny James, Scottish guy, James McAvoy. There's many who have just gone over, and it's just kind of worked. I think maybe that in America they have this perception, and it can be true to somewhat degree, that a lot of British actors are very well trained because we're exposed to a lot more theatre, especially living in London. So not only does it come with a discipline and a respect for one's craft, it also comes with a great level of professionalism because we're able to make do with much less. We do theatre for X amount of money, which is minuscule compared to what some of our American counterparts are making. And I think because of that, and because it's like a magic trick that a British guy can put on an American accent. However, being British or not, if you don't bring your game, it won't work out. So you have to prepare yourself so you're putting your best foot forward.
Yeah.
It took me a while to work on my American accent. Like, man, dare I say it, it was like 2 years.
Wow.
It took a long while, but it is what it is. I wanted to invest in myself so that confidently I could share my talent.
Absolutely.
Look, I have my fingers in many pies.
Man, you don't need to tell me, man.
I keep...
We see you, fam.
But it's because, again, it's the passion. It's the passion that just overflows, And I'm very grateful and blessed to all my little mini victories like we spoke about. I'm grateful for each one of them. And I hope those of you who are watching, when you have your little moments of mini wins, mini fist pump moments, celebrate them. Be your number one fan.
Thank you so much, man. I think it's a great way to sum up our chat today.
Pleasure.
Man.